Oh, how cool is that? Welcome back, guys, to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved with me, Pommie Gamer. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day, and you may be wondering, where's the Western Tower gone? Well, I actually demolished it because today I wanted to build a taming pen over at our main base. We've been using the Western Coast base quite a lot to do some taming, and while it has served us well, I'd prefer to have one here because we've got all of our kibble nearby, and it would just make life a little bit easier. So as you'll notice, I've started by placing these triangular foundations from Structures Plus, and I wanted to make something a little bit different than your standard sort of square shape. I'm actually going to be making a hexagon, and triangles are perfect for this. Now I've worked out that this is the best place for me to have it for the size that I want. This is kind of the center of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick off by doing some building on camera together, and we're just going to be going basically around in a circle. It'd be easier if I actually switch my camera to this view so you can kind of see a little bit easier. In fact, let's just bring that right into us like that. Okay, so we want to just keep going all the way around until we use up all of the triangular foundations we have on us. So, like so. And this should be wide enough for the big dinosaur gate from the gate mod, which I believe is 4 wide. No, don't you go there playing silly snap with me. Right, let's pick that one up. Otherwise I'll forget exactly where I am. And let's come in a little bit like that. And that's it. So there's our hexagonal shape. If we jump in the puddle jumper, we can take a quick look from the air. And that's looking pretty good. So the reason I wanted to do a hexagonal shape is because I found that when we have a kind of a square taming pen, there's these blind spots, normally in the corners where the dinos that we're trying to tame can kind of run to, and it becomes very difficult to land a shot on them. We're also going to be using the stone door frames from Structures Plus as well, just like we did with the Colosseum, so that we can maximize the amount of space we have in the wall so that we can shoot through at the dino that we're attempting to tame without it escaping and ultimately hitting us. So if we just come around this edge here, like so. And this is where I'm going to have the gate itself, so let's just bring from this side around here. And just on these sides real quick, let's build this up. I think it needs to be 5 high if I remember correctly. Let's just double check. We'll go and grab the gate. Where are you? Big dinosaur gate. So let's grab that, and we can just take a quick look at how big this thing is. So we need to go up 2 more. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 high. I wonder if I can actually reach that. Yeah, just about. There we go. Is that the right height now? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We're going to have just a little lip from the gate over the top there, but that's absolutely fine. That's kind of what we expect. So let's continue on this side. And there we go. See, it's taken shape now. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to finish this off, and I'll bring you back when it's complete to show you the finished result. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and as you can see, I've completed our Tame in Hexagon, and I really like the way it came out. It's definitely a unique structure. I've never built a hexagonal structure before. I really do love the triangular foundations and ceilings that Structures Plus provide, and it's just turning into night, so this is the perfect time to show you it all lit up, and I definitely think it came out pretty well. I really like the what's this called? The grid gate provided by the gate mod. It just kind of adds something new. We haven't had a gate like this either. Unfortunately, you can't shoot through the actual gaps in the gate. I can demonstrate that with a trank dart. As you can see, it just kind of gets stuck in there. But we can shoot through the actual door frames themselves, as you can see. So that's exactly what we want. Got these standing torches up here from the auto torch mod, which are on timers, so they come on automatically, just to make it easier to see the dino we're taming if we happen to be taming at night. And I've also added a ladder around this side as well, so that we can climb up and get onto the roof here. I really wish there was a railing which was similar to the door frames with a gap in between, so you didn't have to have a giant gap the space of a foundation. That would be really cool to see. But yeah, you can get up onto the roof here, so if you want to be able to shoot down below, that's also possible. I'm hoping 6 walls high is going to be high enough for most of the things that we plan on taming in here. Naturally, we're not going to be taming Rexes or anything. It's purely going to be things that we can lift with one of our flyers and drop in. So now is the time to actually test out our new taming pen, and I really want to go and get myself one of the new dinos, the Baryonyx. Now this guy is normally found around the swamp area. He's kind of like a weird hybrid between a raptor and a spino, and he has this crazy spin attack which is able to stun his prey. So I think they're going to be a good addition, and especially going to be helpful taming some of the other dinos that I have planned in episodes to come. So what I'm going to do, guys, is go out and try and find the highest level Baryonyx I can, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to tame him up at the new taming pen. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and just down here in front of me, I can't actually really believe it, is a 120 female Baryonyx. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any Pachyrhinosaurus kibble, which is their preferred kibble, so it won't be a perfect tame, but, you know, we might as well grab the highest possible level we can find on the map. Now, I should be able to grab this with an RG. There we go. So, we're actually not too far from base, actually. If we take a look at the map, I'll show you where I picked this one up. If you look at the rivers down in this kind of southern area, pretty much exactly the same kind of locations where you'll find Spinosaurus, you'll find the Baryonyx. So we're only a short distance from our base, so we should be able to get him back without having to land for stamina. So we're just going to make our way back, and we're going to drop this Baryonyx in our new taming pen, and fingers crossed she can't make her way through any of the gaps in the walls. Now, I have already been out on Athena, forgot our mosasaur's name, to gather up some raw prime fish meat, which is the second preferred food of the Baryonyx. They're very much like the Spino in that they prefer hunting fish, and it's why they spend most of their time in the shallows there. So we can see our base just up ahead. I'm not really sure how an Archie is able to carry one of these creatures, especially when a Quetzal was the only flyer that could carry the Palovia, so it's all kind of a bit, I think, weird. It would make sense that an Archie could carry a Palovia, but a Quetzal could only carry a Baryonyx, because this does look a bit a little bit ridiculous given the size comparison. But I'm not going to complain. I prefer being out on Horus anyway. He is our perfect tame RG. Now we should just see the base just up ahead, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we can drop this in first time, because I don't particularly want a Baryonyx running around near my farm. Hindsight, maybe the farm should have been over the other side, but we're kind of flatland's a bit of a premium on our island, so, and we're using up most of the space as it is. I'm just really gutted I don't have any kibble for this girl, because having a perfect tame would be absolutely amazing. I've been flying around for a couple of hours actually trying to find a decent level, waited for a few server restarts, but yeah, so now we've got ourselves a 120. We'll be able to definitely see how this girl fares out once we've got her tamed up. So the base should be rendering in any moment now. And there's the taming pen. Stamina's doing okay. Oh Christ, that scared the crap out of me. Right, let's see if we can get this girl dropped in. Make sure we're over most of the... And we're going to drop. And in she goes. So she can't... Oh, I thought she could get out then. Yeah, she can't get out. That's pretty good. Right, okay, let's land Horus and let's think about start to tranquilize this girl. I'm just going to use my regular Trang darts. I do have some of the shocking darts, but I like to kind of keep those for the dinos that take more to get down. So let's see if we can shoot this girl. There we go. Another one to the face. I think that was a miss, that one. Oh, she's fleeing. I thought it was down for a second there. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Fleeing again. Trying to keep my distance though, because I imagine they pack a punch. I don't want to get bit by this thing. Whoa. And I think she is down. Yeah, there we go. So that's the 120 female Baryonyx down. Let's hop on Horus and head down to our refrigerators where we've got our prime meat sitting. And it's in this one here. Yeah, we go. So we got 40. That should be enough based on our taming rates to get this 120 tamed up. And we'll go back upstairs. Hopefully we don't need any narcotics. It didn't look like the that a torpor was falling too quickly. So yeah, I mean it's fallen, but it's okay. But there we go. That's awesome. A female level 120 Baryonyx. I'll bring you guys back when she's about to wake up. See you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and our Baryonyx is not yet tamed up, and there's a good reason for that. Some of you more eagle-eyed viewers would have noticed that I was using raw fish meat instead of raw prime fish meat. I guess the stuff I'd got earlier must have expired, and I just simply didn't notice. So we don't want to lose any taming effectiveness by using the raw fish meat on this girl. So we're actually going to wait for her to wake up, and we're going to do this all over again. I'm going to try and help her with some stimberries, which is going to be interesting, because I really don't want to get bitten by this girl. But yep, my mistake, but these things happen, but at least I noticed it well before she was tamed up. And I think at that rate anyway, with the amount of raw fish meat we had, we wouldn't have had enough, and it would have taken considerably longer. So I'm going to try and wake this girl up, and then I'm going to knock her out again, and we're going to carry on with the tame with some actual raw prime fish meat. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and we have just tamed ourselves a level 120 female Baryonyx. And I was trying to think of some names for this girl whilst we're waiting for her to tame up, and I figured that given her special ability is to do this kind of spin stun attack, we'd call her Gyro after a gyroscope. I think that's a pretty cool name. She tamed out at level 175, giving us a plus, what's that, 55 levels? So just shy of 4 levels from a perfect tame, not too bad, but I think she's going to be an amazing addition to our little dino family. Let's just get you off follow and take a look at your stats. So she starts with 2,640 health. Stamina is 1,105. She doesn't have an oxygen stat, which is pretty good given that this girl can go underwater as well. Weight's quite low, 494. So we may need to pump that, given if she ends up picking up a load of stuff that we kill. Yeah, we might want to look at pumping that. Melee damage 235.1 and a movement speed of 120. You can keep the rest of that raw prime because I guess it's going to spoil. Let's actually bring you into the middle here and we'll get a better look at you now that you're not so bitey towards us. And yeah, they're pretty cool looking. They definitely are like a Spino Cross Raptor. I think that's a very accurate assessment of them. Kind of got some smaller spines in the back. Sort of hands similar to raptors, I guess, in that they've got like long forward slashing claws. I guess they use these to grab hold of the salmon that are in the streams. So let's now head down into our base and look at getting a saddle made up for her. I haven't learnt the engram yet. I'm guessing it's probably crafted in one of the crafting stations. So let's come down. No, Mr. Triceratops, you are not coming to pay us a visit. Oh, it's really dark down here as well, so let's just gamma up for a second. Okay, so if we come up to our crafting area up here, I would guess that something like this is probably made in the smithy, but let's take a look. So if you want to search for Baryonyx, there we go, saddles 24 engram points, and I don't know if it said, it didn't say it needed to be made in anything. Yeah, it doesn't say it needs to be made anything yet, it's not in our craftables, so I'm guessing that's just a small bug. So let's use our assumptions and go to the smithy. We want saddles. Yes, so it is crafted in the smithy, and it's pretty cheap, 350 fibre, 225 hide, and 25 metal ingots. So we're just going to pull in those other resources. So where is fibre? Let's just bring in 350 of those. What else was it? Hide, 225. Hide. We'll take it off of Blizzard. 225. There we go. So we'll craft up one of those. There we go. And as always, we have to paint our saddles because we do have the black and green colour scheme. I will need to actually make some more green paint because I'm running a little bit low, as you saw. So let's take a look here. So green. Normally might always have the straps green, so we'll go with that first. What other parts can we do? That's pretty cool. If we do that part there, and then the rest we'll do black. just so we have like an accent colour. Yeah, that's that part there. I tend to leave the actual metal itself just as default colour. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So we'll just throw back our paints and let's head back down to grab Horus, and we'll get Gyro out and we'll take a look at what she's like as a dino. So if we hop onto Horus, what's the quickest way? We'll just go through this little gap here. I do need to plug these holes before Freddy and I have our end of season battle. I think he's counting on me not, but I'm very much aware there's a few holes you can get through, Freddy, so don't... Oh, hello, Mr. Pteranodon. That's not really a smart move for you, given that we've got a carnivore in here. There we go. Oh, that saddle's looking pretty awesome. Cool, so let's have a look. Turning radius, it's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. It's kind of what you would expect. That was a level 4. It took 3 hits, so yeah, we think we're going to need to work on the melee damage a bit more. So let's bring it outside. We'll come down towards here. We'll just do our jump off and then dismount at last second. So she's got a level ready, so let's take a look. What do we get for melee damage? 235.1. So it's about 4 points. Weight, let's just get that up above 500. And health, how much do we get for that? A decent amount, just over 100, I think, 120. So let's have a look. So this is her normal walk speed, pretty standard. Sprint speed, pretty good. She's actually pretty quick on land. Let's take a look at our attack. So left click is this. Do we have a right click attack? Not on land. And C is... what was that? It's kind of like a prolonged munch attack. That's kind of interesting. Let's check her out in the water. So pretty quick in the water. Could be a little bit faster. She's definitely faster on land, but as I said, she doesn't have an oxygen stat, so they're very, very versatile, these amphibians, given that they can go on land and in the water. Now, she does have a spin attack, which is available to us when we're in the water, which should be a right click. Oh, how cool is that? That is amazing. So, if we go over to some of these coal here, let's have a look. And we can just, like, spinny. I have oxygen stat though, so I have to remember to come up for air. But that is pretty cool. So this is really, really useful if we need to stun some dinos. I'm actually tempted to go and get my scuba gear. Let me go and grab my scuba gear and we can show you what this the stun attack looks like so that we can best use our Baryonyx. And she leaped out the water like a Capricus there. That was kind of cool. Right. You held up out here, Gyro. Let's go into our base and let's grab our scuba gear so we can go out into deep waters without drowning. Should be in this chest here. Got armor. Got a lot of armor now, but we're always on the lookout for the higher quality gear. Flippers. Sure. Actually, I can stick these scissors back as well. I was just shearing some of the sheep whilst I was waiting for her to wake up initially from our little fish meat mistake. Right, we'll come outside. Let's hop onto Gyro. Go to our inventory. Let's equip our scuba gear. And let's head out into the water. Yeah, see, I'm noticing she's feeling pretty slow already. She has quite a few items on her. Oh, one of the things we can do now, actually, which actually might be worthwhile, is if I hop off to her and do hold E for more options. So here we can set... well, I didn't even know she had this option. Don't seek fish on low health. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, we'll turn that off. And... there was another thing I wanted to show you here, which is this disable resource harvesting. This was added in a recent patch as well. I can't remember which patch it was, but basically this means if you're in the battle and you're fighting things and you're just trying to level up your dino, but you don't want to have to do inventory management to clean out all of the meat you've collected, you can enable that, and they won't end up collecting anything, which is really, really useful. I'd like it to be selective, only gather one of this particular type, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So okay, let's head down into the water here and see what this is all about. Got one of those whales over here. There's actually a couple over here. That's kind of interesting. So there's a megalodon here. We'll just we'll start small. I say small. And spin attack! And you can see there the megalodon is completely stunned. It's kind of got the stun animation. Wonder what happens if you do it multiple times. Okay, so yeah, you can, if it wakes up, you can just hit it again, and then you can just basically chomp on it, which is awesome. Such a unique ability. It's very similar, I guess, to the Plovia with its stun ability. Where do you think you're going? And there we go, level 48 Megalodon dead. So that's super, super useful. And as you can see here, we're not getting any of the meat that we're trying to harvest. So these are one of the other new creatures that have been added, the Basilosaurus. And as you can see, they have a lot of guys hanging out with them because they're messy eaters, so they like to grab all of the scraps from them. Now, this particular dinosaur, the Basilosaurus, is the entire reason why I've chosen to tame the Baryonyx, because next episode we're going to go and try and tame one of those guys, because they have a unique ability in the fact that the Cnidaria, the jellyfish, and the new, I guess you can call it an eel, even though it's not really an eel, don't affect it. It's their electricity attacks don't affect it whatsoever, and also the Tusoteuthis, the giant kraken squid, can't grab hold of them either. So they're really, really useful for that regard, and we're going to use them to do the underwater caves. So Gyro is going to be awesome because it's going to mean we're going to be able to stun all of those manta that typically followed the Basilosaurus around, clean them up, and then given that they're a passive tame, it'll make life a lot easier. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more ARK Survival Evolved videos. Until the next time, guys, keep calm and level up.